This is my video presentation about my final project in WDD231. Now I am not using API but I am using JSON files. Here in my final program I am using two data. One is cars.json. I am using this for my homepage, and this cars inventory MGS I am using this for my inventory page. Now in my cars JSON, I have here an array of objects and name of cars. These are the value key value first for that, and then this cars JSON or JSON file being con- connected to the final JS. This one. So this is our final JS, and this final JS are also connected to my home page or the index page at the bottom. This one. So what I have done there, here is we are loaded the DOM. So the DOM is very important in data manipulation, and this also allow the HTML to run first so that we can avoid errors, and then this data in RGS will be used in manipulation the content in the HTML file. Now we are using the cars container, and we are getting the cars container ID. This is from the index HTML, and we are targeting that. Where is that? This one. I will put a space for that. Now, if these containers are not available, then we are checking that it here. If that container is not available, then this message will be printed in the console. I can show you here. For example, as we inspect this, so go to the console, then we do not have error. But if we omit that, if we comment out this one, meaning this container being disabled, then we will see this message in the console, error message, meaning the container is missing. Okay, so pull it back. So now the error is gone. Okay, then we are also then if that container in the HTML is available, then we are now starting to fetch the data from the JSON file, and we are using the function of get random cars. But random cars because if the users can open the website, then only we are only using three cards, random cards only uh, for that page. Then we are using the asynchronous function get cards, and we are using the try and catch block to handle error exemption or handle exception. So if the data from data cars JSON not found, then the catch error will handle that. But if it will continue, then we also using the function of display cars and we are going to manipulate the data of the HTML by using template literals with backtext. This one. Create element, make a class of car containers, and this data will be injected to the HTML file. And the output is this one. This is my home page, and this is the three cards being randomly selected. If we refresh this, then another card will be displayed. Refresh, 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 refresh. Okay, Then the MGS again also is, I will close this one because I'm done syncing this. Then we have also data of cars MGS, and this is for the ES module or ECMA script module, and for the export and import. So this, we have a constant variable of car inventory export function. Then this is being accessed by our inventory JS. Inventory JS was also connected to our inventory HTML at the bottom with the where is it? This one with type of module. So this will okay. So this here in the inventory JS, we are importing the data from the inventory MGS. So from the name of cars inventory, we are accessing that. Then we are loading the DOM. We are using advanced listener and targeting the cars container. Then we have the cars container and cars container. Where are you? This one. So also same with the um, home page, we are checking if that container is being available. Also, I have here also a dialog. This is for the use of modal, okay, with the or operator. Then we are using the async function to get cars, asynchronous function, and we are using the try and catch block to handle exception. And we are using also the display function cars. And this is very important because this will manipulate the content in the its inventory file. This one clearing the content and the HTML. If there is a content, then this code will delete or disable the content there. Then we are using the for its array for looping. We are creating the container div, then injecting class containers, and then using template literals with backtext is one. And we are also the model is one. If the user click this one, the highlights button, example, where are you? This one. If the user click this, then the model will open. The close and show button is this one. Okay, show mo. If the customer click, this is the add event listener. Click the highlights button, then the modal will be open. And if the customer or the user click the close button, then the modal will be closed. And then we are pending that to the cars container, and we are calling all the get cars function. That's it. And this is my video presentation. Thank you.